Hey everybody, welcome to the Mark Parham podcast. You can follow me on Spotify or wherever you listen to podcasts by just typing in Mark Parham podcast and I should pop up. So I've been looking at Tucker Carlson and it's amazing what Tucker Carlson is accomplishing right now. And the reason why I say that is because by Tucker Carlson coming out with different podcasts and talking to different folks, he's really uh, basically exposed a lot of these neocon Republicans. I mean, I remember before where a lot of Republicans would always use, Christianity and all these other tactics to get people to vote for them. And someone like Tucker Carlson is exposing a lot of stuff with the Republican Party. And, the more you listen to Tucker Carlson, you realize that a lot of these Republicans are just as bad, or in my opinion, worse than the Democrats. You expect this from the Democrats, but some of these Republicans are the same folks that talk about all of this, being a Christian and all this other mess. And then they'll turn around and cheat on their wives. They'll turn around and commit fraud. They'll turn around and vote for war. Like, it's just amazing to me. And by Tucker Carlson being out there and making his podcast, like, he's really opening up a lot of people's eyes. And now what I'm noticing in politics is folks who are Republicans and Democrats, they're realizing that both sides of these, political parties are the same. Like, you back in the days were told, oh, well, Democrats are corrupt. Well, guess what? We know that. Now people are saying Republicans are corrupt. Now, guess what? Now people are like, you know what? We knew that too. And it's really changing, people's minds. I think that maybe in the future, you're going to have, a third party. Somebody is going to create a third party in America, something, because this whole Republican and Democrat thing, every 4 years or every election cycle, I don't think is going to work. Like, I think that maybe somebody needs to create a third party. Like, I don't know what they're going to call it. I don't know who's going to do it, but it's time for maybe new political parties in America. Because, you think about it, Republican, it goes Republican, Democrat, Republican, Democrat, Democrat, Republican. Like, you only get two choices to choose from. And, right now, I think that a lot of people are tired of just both sides. I mean, you look at someone like Donald Trump. People put Donald Trump in office because as president this time, because people said, well, you know what? He's going to be a better, he's going to be a better candidate than before. He's going to know what to do. He's going to be, different than Joe Biden. And now that Donald Trump is in, it's like he's forgotten all of his campaign promises. Like, remember, he won independents and Republicans and Democrats because he was anti-war and all of this other stuff. And then now when you look at some of the old videos, he's a war president just like George W. Bush. Like, I remember some of the debates where he was going back and forth with Jeb Bush. And now when you look back on things, you say to yourself, like, he's turning into Jeb Bush and John McCain. And so, that's where we are in America. It's sad, but Donald Trump really, messed a lot of things up. And he, when the Democrats were sort of lost, now, in my opinion, Donald Trump has helped the Democrats a lot. I mean, if you think about a few months ago, Democrats didn't know what to do. They didn't have a strategy. And Donald Trump's bad decisions are making people consider the Democrats again. And, it's just sad because it's a missed opportunity. Like, the Republicans really had the wind at their back, as they say. And, now it's to the point where people are saying, well, you know what? Look at this guy. He made all these campaign promises as a Republican and he's going to do all this stuff, but he's no different than all the other Republicans. And so, the Iran war and all this other stuff, and then them saying it wasn't a war and them saying it's a war and going back and forth, like, they've been all over the place. And the American people, you can't fool the American people anymore. Now we have the internet and, you can't feed a media outlet a bunch of lies and propaganda and expect people to believe it. Like, now people can do their research on social media and, they can look at old videos and stuff like that. And so I think some of the folks in the Trump administration are acting like it's the 1990s where you can go on CBS and then, say what you have to say and everybody's going to believe you because you're the president. Like, now with social media and podcasts, like, now everything's on the table and now it's harder than ever to lie. Like, back then you could, because there was only maybe a couple media outlets and you would go on them and then your voice would be heard. Now it's just like someone can come on Joe Rogan, they can come on Candace Owens' podcast. Like there's so many options now to get news. And to be honest with you, the podcasters actually do a better job at reporting the news than mainstream media. That's just my opinion. So in the comment section, let me know how you feel. But I really think that Donald Trump, he's messed up the Republican Party. And I think maybe it's time, since people are tired of the Democrats, because we saw what happened under Joe Biden. People are tired of Donald Trump. Maybe it's time for someone to create a new political party in America. So in the comment section, let me know how you feel.